Hello and welcome to this, the 40th edition of the Sharjah International Book Fair. Oh my goodness. It is going to be a very big night. I know you are all very excited. You are all in for an amazing treat. But I have to say a couple of things because I know a lot of people have books that they want to get signed. There will be a book signing after the session tonight, but you've got to wait for the instructions. Don't rush anywhere to get to it. Everybody will get their turn. Luckily, our very special guest is very patient. He's going to be signing all of your books, and I tell you what, it's going to be absolutely worth it. Yes! Amazing, amazing. Just make sure that everybody is social distancing and just following the instructions at the end. You will get that. He is a New York Times bestselling author, a life and purpose coach. He is the host of the #1 health and wellness podcast on purpose, and he's the co-founder of Shetty. He's got a myriad of accolades under his belt. Adweek had him as a young influentials cover star. Forbes named him to the 30 under 30 list for being a game changer in media. His videos have been viewed more than 8 billion times, and he's followed by over 40 million people across social media, and I know some of you here are amongst those, right? Yes. Last year, he released his first book, Think Like a Monk, Train Your Mind for Peace and Purpose Every Day. And the book debuted on #1 on the New York Times, #1 at the Sunday Times, and it was deemed unputdownable by Amazon, where it has held the #1 spot worldwide, and I can totally verify that. So, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Jayshetty!
His Highness, His Excellency, and to each and every one of you for coming this evening. I'm so glad we get to spend this time together. And I thought that to kick off today, what I'd love to do is just guide us through a short moment of presence. How does that sound? Awesome. So I'd love for all of us to just close our eyes, take a moment to just settle down into your space. Thank you so much for having me. I hope that gave you a moment of presence in your busy, hectic, chaotic weeks. I hope it made you realize that you're exactly where you need to be right now. We always feel that we need to be in the future. We always feel we need to solve something in the past. But when we accept that we're exactly where we're meant to be, that's exactly where all the power is. Now I want to do something that I haven't had the opportunity to do before. So Sharjah Book Festival, this is the first time I'm ever going to read from my book on a stage, ever. And so I never had this opportunity during the pandemic. I was doing it all live, I'm sure many of you are viewing. But this is an opportunity that I haven't had before, and I get to share it with you all, so this is quite a memorable moment for me. So I'm going to grab my book, but I want you all to do something with me. In a moment, I'm going to start flicking through the pages, and I want you to shout stop when you want me to stop. Okay? Make sense? Okay. 3, 2, 1. How did you all time it? Perfectly. That was amazing. No, I don't want to read this page. All right, let's do it again. 3, 2, 1. I don't think you can handle this page, Dan. All right, another one. All right, 3, 2, 1.
Stop!
Oh yeah, great. This is perfect. Yeah, this is the one. This is the one that I think we should read. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to one that you actually asked me to stop on. Okay, so I've never done this before. It's the first time I get to read my book on stage. It's a very memorable moment for me. I'm grateful that I get to share it with each and every one of you. Thank you for being here from the bottom of my heart. During my first year at the monastery, I became upset, and I approached one of my teachers for advice. I'm upset, I say. I feel like I'm giving out a lot of love, but I don't feel like it's being returned at all. I'm loving, I'm caring, and looking out for others, but they don't do the same for me. I don't get it. How many of you feel you give a lot of love out? Raise your hands if you feel you give a lot of love out. How many of you feel like you take a lot from the person sitting next to you? And how many of you don't put up your hands no matter what I say? Thank you for being honest. I appreciate it at the back. The monk asks, why are you giving out love? I say, because it's who I am. The monk says, so then why expect it back? But also, listen carefully. Whenever you give out any energy, love, hate, anger, kindness, you will always get it back, one way or another. Love is like a circle. Whatever love you give out, it always comes back to you. The problem lies with your expectations. You assume the love you receive will come from the person you gave it to. How many of you wish the person that you live with gave you more love? Shout out yes.
Yes!
How many of you are sitting next to that person right now?
Yes!
Oh, they didn't come with you. You came alone, you left them behind. He was right. Too often we love people who don't love us, but we fail to return the love of others who do. I thought of my mother, who would always drop whatever she was doing to take my call. If she were to pick up the phone, the first person she'd reach out to would be me or my sister. In her heart, she wanted to talk to me pretty much all the time. At the same time as I might be frustrated because someone wasn't responding to my texts, my mother was sitting there thinking, I wish my son would call me. So I wanted to share that section with you. Such an important and beautiful section of this book, which speaks about love, which speaks about human connection, something that we've all been missing for the last 18 months. And I'm hoping that today, I get to share some of that love with you. I hope you get to continue to share that love with me, which I've been feeling ever since I walked through those doors. And I'm really excited now to welcome onto stage Sally, who's going to kindly lead us through this Q&A. Are you ready?